There are some important properties related to sum of roots and product of roots. That is, if I want to find the value of alpha minus beta, I will write it as alpha plus beta to the whole square minus of 4 alpha beta, and that turns out to be alpha minus beta to the whole square, which means that if I will take the root of this value, you will get the value as mod of alpha minus beta. Now, next one, that is alpha square plus beta square. If I want to find this value, what we will write? We will write it as alpha plus beta to the whole square plus I will add 2 alpha beta in it and I will subtract 2 alpha beta in it. So that will turns out to be alpha plus beta to the whole square and minus of 2 alpha beta. Again, if I want to find the value of alpha cube plus beta cube, I will write it as with the standard formula, that is alpha plus beta and alpha square plus beta square minus of alpha beta. Now, this is written in the form of product of root. I want to change this one in the product of root. So what will write? Alpha plus alpha square plus beta square can be written as alpha plus beta to the whole square minus of 2 alpha beta. So that will turns out to be alpha plus beta into alpha plus beta to the whole square minus of 3 alpha beta. Last one that we are having as alpha to the power 4 minus beta to the power 4. We will use the formula a square minus b square, that is equal to a plus b and a minus b. So here you will write it as alpha square minus of beta square and alpha square plus of beta square. Alpha square minus of beta square can be turned out to be alpha plus beta and alpha minus of beta. And alpha square plus beta square, we will write it as alpha plus beta to the whole square minus of 2 alpha beta. So we are changing everything in the form of sum of roots and product of roots. But this is not a sum of root. So instead of this, what we will write? We will write it as mod of alpha minus beta. We will use this value and write it in place of alpha minus beta. So whenever we are getting either alpha square plus beta square, alpha cube plus beta cube, alpha to the power 4 minus beta to the power 4, or any value that is relating to this, what we will do, we will always try to change this one into the form of sum of roots and product of roots.